Right. No, totally. Yeah, these girls are working on posting things that kind of just like that, like represent this is a literal one-to-one comparison. All that we have here is a varying in size and shape, but all the same parts are covered. All they're presented the same way, even like a side angle at a certain position, like literally the same post, or same concept, if you will, and they're being flagged and taken down. So in Europe, I think there's a lot of free nudity and free expression as we go, but social media is not up to speed with that quite yet.
I think we need to go back to our calendar idea.
Yes, I really, really want to do that. I'm all for that idea.
Stay tuned. We've
comparative posing, and I'll just pose in whatever stupid photos you send in.
Perfect.
I mean, that sounds like a great plan. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
It might be just a calendar.
We'll make it work. We got to play with the concepts a little bit, but it'll be great.
Budget friendly though.
Yeah.
Right.
Amber, are you obsessed with anything currently?
Well, no. I mean, small bathing suits. Is that my obsession? Mm-hmm. Yes, small bathing suits is my obsession right now.
Good on ya.
And she's, although it almost slipped, but she is rocking a solid underboob.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry about that.
Please.
It's been
not
good.
Apologize for that.
I think that's a new thing, is the under cleavage, like under boob thing.
Well, it kind of made an impact when the side boob was becoming big, and they started doing like when they kind of smoosh them down a little bit, and they had the girls in the half boob tops, so you can see that on purpose. But the first real glimpse into that world was the side boob, where they're kind of like playing with those angles, and then all of a sudden the shirts got a lot shorter to where they're no longer a shirt, really.
Whatever. One time I show under boob and I get kicked out of Walmart.
See, that's the movement I'm talking about, Brian. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. I support your under boob.
Brian, what are you obsessed with?
I'm obsessed with two things right now. One is, of course, tattoos. I'm 46 years old, but, and I've waited my whole life to start getting tattoos, and I pretty much put myself on a 3-week schedule to keep going in. I don't even care anymore. Fuck it. I'm not going to mess up this body now. So, and then porn sites. I'm obsessed with porn sites, but not for the reason why you think.
Oh my God. Have you seen the pasta lady?
No.
Okay. I'm going to find it. There's a chick that does a cooking show, and everything she cooks, she puts in her.
Nope.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, everything. So she'll put a whole bunch of water in her, and then she'll put it in the pot, and then she'll put the raw spaghetti in, and then she'll cook it. Hey, I had someone send it to me. And then she's making the wine sauce. So she'll put tomatoes in there, and it may just go in her asshole. I don't know, but I'll send you the link. And then she puts the bottle of wine in her, the whole bottle, and she'll pour it in her, and then she'll squeeze it out. I gotta send it to you.
Well, my obsession was through a conversation I had with somebody who happened to say they cannot stand, or they're freaked out by people in bunny rabbit suits, for Easter. The full bunny rabbit suits totally freaks them out. And I was like, that's got to be a porn category. And literally 4 seconds later, there's a full suited bunny rabbit, and it's not like the Playboy bunny either. It's this dude in a bunny suit with one, but
it's the mall Easter bunny. Yeah.
But the obsession became, what is the weirdest, strangest thing you could think of? Not even non-sexual, just what is the weirdest thing you could think of? Can you search for it on one of the porn sites? Yeah. And yes, you can. There has not been a point yet that we have not found exactly that weirdest damn thing.
We should do a whole show on that sometime. We should write that down, because we could totally, I agree with you, Brian. I get lost in the libraries just looking for the next weirdest thing. We should definitely do a show about that.
Once I saw basil come out of this chick's vagina into her sauce, I knew you could find everything. A whole garlic clove came out of her asshole.
I think you're literally Amber is having a problem right now. I know that our viewers can't, our listeners can't see this. But
I am not eating any garlic out of anybody's asshole. Not
or vagina.
Go back to one of our previous sponsors. the placenta cookbook, and
Oh, I can't.
No, they haven't gotten to that yet.
Mm-mm.
No, that's gonna post. That's our hidden episode. However, I do have a placenta chick that we're gonna have on here soon.
our
The
hidden
placenta
episode.
chick.
Yeah, our hidden episode. Technically,
It's our
yeah,
Easter egg.
It's
it'll
our
be
Easter
our.
egg episode.
It's our Easter egg. It'll be the next episode, I think, depending on
Okay.
your editing.
Well, we
So-
can find it as long as it's not hidden in your ass and about to go into a bowl of pasta. We'll be
Just
fine.
so you know, listeners, just to get you super
Bingo.
excited, coming up in the future is a placenta cookbook.
teaser.
25 recipes. Oh my god. So any semi-weirds going on with you, Cass?
There was a request for me to discuss the purple-haired, one-eyed lady. Would you like me to
Oh,
go
yes.
into that?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
I'll keep it brief here because I think this episode's going to take us a while to get through. So when we were in Prague, we had an interaction. So we went out, my best friend Jess and I, if you recall from previous episodes, went out, and this was one of the nights where we ended up staying out until 6 a.m. The only night we stayed out till 6 a.m. So we were out at this one bar, and there's a group of people kind of hanging out with us, kind of not hanging out with us. Is everything okay over there?
Yeah.
Getting concerned.
I was trying-
And
Sorry, I was trying to cheers,
Stop talking to me.
and she thought. Sorry, and she thought I was trying to hand her my drink.
to be fair, we've all made that mistake.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Orlando
Dolly.
girls, we're trying to do a show here.
So sorry.
This is like a
Hey,
bad
just
idea. Good idea. bad
Purple,
idea.
one-eyed hair.
Like her.
Got it.
Mhm. So we had escaped from one bar because we really didn't feel like hanging out with certain people, and we had found a little pub outside in Prague. And this woman comes up to us, and these people were behind us asking us why we weren't going to their bar. And she was about 6 foot, maybe 6'4", somewhere between those two. Because once you pass a certain level with me, you kind of lose the height because I'm super short, so everyone looks the same height. And she had this purple hair that went down about to her shoulders. And it's not that she had one eye; she had two eyes, but one of them was like the white dead eye. You know what I mean? And she kind of had it
She's
covered, like her hair
6'4"?
parted. She was super tall. Yeah, she was super, super tall.
Dude.
Like crazy tall. Yeah. And as
Was she
again,
a
as
White Walker?
I don't think so. She was having cognitive thought process. So I feel like she she was a normal human being that just had a unique look. She was super smart though. She's like, hey, if you guys don't want to hang out with them, I'm going to this bar over here. You should come with me. So like, okay. So we end up wandering off to this little podunk pub at 5 a.m. with this purple-haired, one-eyed woman who I think was
6'4".
Oh, hell
yeah, she was super tall. I think she was some kind of I'm willing to bet she had some kind of creepy tech
Amazon.
career. Possibly, you could call it that. I think she did some creepy stuff though, because Jess had lost her phone that night, and she was like, I was trying to help her, so I work in a tech field, and I was trying to help her relocate it on someone else's phone. And this woman, the questions she was asking, a little bit hacker-esque, I'll say it that way. So it was concerning, but she was super nice, and she was very unique character. She was a lot of fun, but she was like, I think she probably for sure could have like commandeered our passports and our credit cards and stolen our identity that night if we would have been careful. So that's the story of the purple-haired, one-eyed woman.
My thought is, if you're 6'4" and you have one eye,
Mm-hmm.
well,
she had two eyes.
add purple hair to it.
Well, and that's the thing. She
Or
had such,
you're committing to everything.
okay, I get. She was wearing a unique article of clothing. I'll give you two guesses to tell me what it is.
A leather trench coat.
Yes.
It was a trench coat. I don't know the material. Can't tell you for sure if it was leather, but it was a trench coat. Spot on.
Okay.
I knew you'd get that one.
Okay. And another thing she's wearing. Okay. 6'4", and I bet 6'4", purple, one-eyed trench coat. She still has heels on.
There was a heel. Yeah, I think it was a boot heel. It was a boot, but it had.
I was gonna say boot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were on cobblestone. So Prague, a lot of the old town Prague, like most old European cities, it's all cobblestone, which is a death sentence if you want to wear a heel of any sorts at all. I do not recommend it. but she had them on. I remember taking note of that. Like, this woman's going to hurt herself, but she was totally fine. So that was the purple-haired one-eyed lady.
Awesome.
I like her.
Yeah. She was good people.
Yeah.
So I would say Amber is like pretty much my second family. And she has a brother. I'll claim him as my brother.
Okay.
And last night I asked him a couple of times, "You're doing so good. You're still alive." And he's like, "God, how?" But I mean, I asked him like probably 5 times, even this morning, "You're doing so good. You're alive." And he's like, "Jesus, was I that big of a piece of shit?" Like,
yeah.
But it got weird. And he's got a wonderful new girlfriend that we love. It's probably
the first one
it's the first one. Yeah. And I was just like, God, you're like an adult. And anyway, so it got weird when he was like, you're really surprised I'm alive.
See, I was just going to ask, like, because you're talking about is he your younger brother?
No.
Older brother? Okay, because I was looking at Amber. I'm like, okay, looking at Amber, you're a pretty attractive woman. I want to know how hot your brother is. Like, even though I'm in a very happy relationship, I'm just curious. Is he like big brown eyes and blonde hair too?
I mean, no. He's here. Would you like to see him?
We can interrupt him another time if we need to.
Yeah.
Like a time where I have makeup on or something and my hair is done. I didn't just get out of the shower.
He's got great swag. And I take a shower.
Yeah, we're going to have to obviously name him now and then also put him on Instagram. So yeah,
right, that's correct.
Follow up with those shots.
What is his, we need a name for this person.
Oh.
Non-government name.
Non-government name.
It's not a quiz.
Go with Frank.
It literally could be anything. Frank.
Fred. Let's do a Fred. Fred.
Is Fred a mid?
Not dead Fred.
Mid 6-year-old ginger that enjoys fly fishing.
Not dead Fred.
I can't believe you're not dead, Fred. I can't.
Very close to the hit movie Drop Dead Fred.
Mm-hmm. And I can't believe it's not butter.
Also a delicious treat.
How is that a company?
Gives you terrible gas though. Don't buy it.
You gotta think, like, who is sitting there saying, "Hey, we're gonna come up with a company, but like it's not butter," and someone goes, "I can't believe it's not butter." And they're like, "Yes, let's run with that marketing campaign."
But you know the funny thing is, it fucking worked.
Oh God, yeah.
Everyone knows what it is.
I don't know what your point is, Jenny. I mean, I think they're hugely successful.
I cannot believe it's not butter.
A lack of creativity.
Talking about butter on a podcast. Like,
I love
it's not butter, Jenny.
I love the Egos commercial where they were sitting in the boardroom. Do you remember this one, Cassie? Where they're sitting in the boardroom saying, "We've been making Egos for like 35 years. Why are we just now thinking about making syrup?" Like it was
yes. Yeah, the concept's there. Let's connect some pieces. We're a room of smart people, right? Genius.
Okay, I had a client say. I have a client and his thought is, I'm trying to get people to stop breaking into this house. And he goes, I wish we could have a camera that was motion sensor that as soon as someone walked in the door, they just heard a shotgun. Because everyone knows that sound. And I said, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I don't really want to put the effort into that. I'm like, that's a great alarm system.
It's
someone walks. Yeah.
No, it's like the doorbell you hit. One of my colleagues has it, and a pack of dogs, like German Shepherds, go off, and they don't have animals at all at their house. But like you hit the doorbell, and it sounds like they have 4 very large dogs.
And in the Midwest, a shotgun or any other.
Because
a shotgun.
They don't have guns in Holland. You need something more realistic, like a big dog.
Yeah, Holland, it's dogs. The U.S., it's a gun.
Yeah,
that's shocking.
That's pretty much it.
All right. Oh gosh. Any
totally
other? Yeah, it's kind of. Any semi-weirds, Brian?
Just this recording today.
I say besides this conversation that we're having right now.
I'm really sorry, Brian. I'm so sorry. But if you would like to see some amazing underboob, follow us on It Got Weird Pod on IG, Twitter, Facebook, follow, rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes.